Biology Chapter 1.
Good morning children. Today I want to introduce course of class 10th bio. The first chapter is cell and cell division. Actually the second part of the first chapter cell is cell division. You have studied in class 9th only parts of cell, function of components of the cell. But in class 10th we don't study all the functions of the cell organelles. We study only few cell organelles which are important for your forthcoming chapter, like centrioles with centrosome helps you to learn cell division chapter and genetics. Then chromosome and chromatin fiber helps you to learn genetics. Then vacuole will help you in learning the forthcoming chapter in class 10, that is called osmosis. And chloroplast that helps you in learning the forthcoming chapter of class 10th called photosynthesis. So I am going to introduce you important cell organelles of cell chapter. The first cell organelle which is important in your course is centrosome with centrioles. Isn't it? Already you have studied the function of this in cell chapter. What is the function of centrosome? Why it is called centrosome with centrioles? Because when we study in detail, it consists of two tiny cylindrical bodies called centrioles with radiating thread-like structures or rays, and the entire structure is called ester. So first we are going to study structure and function of the first important cell organelle of cell chapter, that is centrosome. Isn't it? The centrosome consists of two centrioles, two or tiny cylindrical body called centrioles, and the function is it initiates cell division by forming spindle fiber. That means at the beginning of the cell division, the parent centrioles divide and produce daughter centrioles. When we see this thing in the centrioles, we assume now that cell will start dividing now. Cell will start dividing, producing two daughter cells. So we say that it initiates cell division. So what is the function of centrosome? It initiates cell division by forming spindle fibers. Isn't it? Now the second important cell organelle or cell component is chromosome and chromatin fiber. Already in the previous class you have studied chromosome and chromatin fiber. There is a slight difference between chromosome and chromatin fiber. During cell division and during resting stage, these differences can be observed. During resting stage, the chromosome is in the form of thread-like structure called chromatin fiber. Isn't it? But as soon as the cell starts dividing, during cell division it becomes rod or ribbon-like called as chromosome. Now when we see the structure of the chromosome in detail, chromosome consists of two parts, chromatids and centromere. Now what is the function of chromosome? Function of the chromosome, very popular function, it carries hereditary character from one generation to another. Hereditary character, or it is responsible for heredity. It carries unit of heredity, that is called genes. Now the segment of the genes in the chromosomes, segments of the DNA are called genes. Genes, chromosome and chromatin fiber all together have same function. It is responsible for heredity character. It carries heredity character from one generation to another. Isn't it? Now children, the next cell organelle which we are going to study is in main the cell component is vacuole. It is not cell organelle because it is not bounded by two membrane, but it is bounded by a single lined membrane called tonoplast. On tonoplast you have one more question in board in compulsory section objective type, that is name the following. In name the following, the membrane bounding vacuoles. Generally in the plant cell. This is asked for 1 mark in compulsory section of class 10. Name the following. The membrane bounding the vacuole is called tonoplast. Now what is the function of tonoplast and vacuole? When we observe the function of the tonoplast, it only forms a lining around the vacuole. But the function of the vacuole is it stores sap. Now what do you mean by sap? Sap consists of water with dissolved minerals. Water with dissolved minerals. That is the main function of the vacuole. It stores sap in the plant cell. And sap consists of water with dissolved mineral, and ultimately the function is it provides turgidity to the plant cell. Now in forthcoming chapter of class 10 you are going to study vacuole and sap in detail in osmosis chapter. And in osmosis chapter you are going to study a topic called ascent of sap. You are going to study this topic, children, ascent of sap. So there you have to understand the definition of ascent of sap. Ascent means upward movement and sap means water with dissolved mineral from root towards the leaf through xylem. So that you are going to study in detail in forthcoming chapter there in osmosis, ascent of sap. But in this chapter, cell and cell division, we study only those important cell organelle which is in your course of class 10th. Isn't it? So this is the third cell component, vacuole. After this we are going to study chloroplast. Now children, the next important cell component on cell organelle is chloroplast. We intimate chloroplast as kitchen of the cell. Actually it is not the function. It can be intimated as the another name of chloroplast as kitchen of the cell, of the plant cell, you can say. Because it prepares food, that is glucose, food in the form of the glucose, by performing what? Photosynthesis. And here you should know photosynthesis completes in two steps, that is light phase and dark phase. That we are going to study in detail in photosynthesis chapter, not in this chapter, because we are studying here only we are studying cell and cell division. So this is the important cell organelle which we are going to study in cell chapter, but after that we will start cell division. So let us study about chloroplast. Chloroplast is called kitchen of the plant cell because it prepares food in the form of glucose by performing photosynthesis. Isn't it? So let us see the structure in detail. A chloroplast consists of two main parts, that is granum and stroma. Granum and stroma. Now what is granum? Students are confused in two words, granum as well as grana, but it has slight difference. Granum is one group of thylakoid and grana are many granum. Many granum, they form grana, isn't it? But granum is only one group of thylakoid. I can explain you this by taking some coins in my hand. Like I have some coins in my hand. One coin is thylakoid. One coin is thylakoid, and the one group of coin is granum. That is this one. And many groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, are called grana. So this is the difference between granum and grana. This is the difference between granum and grana. One coin-like structure is called thylakoid. That is here. This is thylakoid. And one group of thylakoid is called granum, isn't it? So this is one coin-like structure, that is your thylakoid, and one group is granum, and like this many are called grana, isn't it? Now the next part is stroma. Next part of the important part of the chloroplast is stroma, isn't it? So stroma is the site for dark phase. In the forthcoming chapter, you are going in photosynthesis. You will study dark phase. That is also called biosynthetic phase. And site for light phase is granum. Another name of light phase will be photochemical phase. Photochemical phase, isn't it? So granum. Now in detail, what is thylakoid? When we study one thylakoid in detail, it is coin-like structure lined with chlorophyll. It is coin-like structure lined with chlorophyll. And chlorophyll has ability to trap sunlight in the form of photon. In the form of photon. Photon is the unit of light. What is photon? Photon is the unit of light. And the background substance is called stroma, isn't it? So this is all about the structure of chloroplast, and this is the function. Now one ultimate important thing is that there is always confusion in the mind in the difference between chlorophyll and chloroplast. Now what is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is an important pigment lining thylakoid, but not the cell organelle. And chloroplast is this entire structure. So the main difference is chlorophyll is a pigment, important photosynthetic pigment, and chloroplast is organelle. And the function of chlorophyll is it trap sunlight in the form of photon, that is unit of light. And chloroplast is important cell organelle, and the function is this only. It prepares food by performing food in the form of glucose by performing photosynthesis. So this we are going to study in detail in forthcoming chapter. So in this cell chapter, in all the important cell components में the first was your centrioles, then vacuole, then chloroplast, chromosome. We study all this in cell chapter in class 10th, isn't it? So this is all about your chloroplast, that is called kitchen of the plant cell. Let us recap once. Chloroplast is made up of two structures, two main parts, that is granum and stroma. Now granum consists of one group of coil-like structure called thylakoid, and many groups are called grana, and these are connected by lamellar connection called fret. Isn't it? The background structure is called stroma, that is the site for dark fish.